whatever. Guys, welcome to Operation Overwatch.
Yeah.
Woo!
Right.
If you know me. Good. This is going to be fun. Those of you that don't know me, I am BullDog. This is Tiny. We don't call him Tiny because he's big. We call him Tiny because he's tiny. But you're going to find out this weekend, no matter what anybody says, I'm the world's biggest asshole. You're going to call me that by the end of the weekend, but guess what? I don't care. I was trained by the best assholes in the world. I retired as a drill instructor of the United States Marine Corps. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you think of me. I only care that you have fun this weekend while you're on this AO and that you follow the rules. That's it. Is that short and sweet? You guys understand that?
Yeah.
Everybody read the rule packet, right? That we sent out because you've had months. So this briefing's going to go sweet. If you have questions, just raise your hand. We're going to try and answer them. These are our sponsors. You guys already know Doc. I'm sure some of you. Doomsday Airsoft brought the store because we didn't have one. Everybody else, you see AMS came on board. AMS came on board because we go to their events. They know us. They're great guys. We also stole their rule set. I'm not going to lie. I have no problem telling you I stole their rule set. That way, if you go to an AMS game and you come here, it's the same rules. Cool. All right, hit it, Tiny. Altair Gun Club. These are the people that allow us to be here. They have two arms of their business. Altair Gun Club and Altair Training Solutions. Training Solutions is a military-only training group. What they do is the SEALs come out here and blow the shit out of them. The funny part is, and I'm going to tell you guys the story, the other groups I haven't told this to, the SEALs were here a few weeks ago. They assaulted Building B, had to pull an HVT out of the Building B, and then supposedly go down to Building F to get his intel. We have some similar things like that going on. It took the SEALs an hour and a half to get into Building B. And then they backed out and left because it was too hard to fight down the property. That's no joke. That came directly from the owner. He told me that just a couple hours ago. I laughed my ass off. I said, my airsofters are going to hit Building B and clear in 30 minutes. They're going to get an HVT out if there's one in there and go get his intel. If they don't, they're not going to have any fun. So the whole thing is, guys, this is not a joke facility like some people think. This is a real world training facility, Tier 1 operators. Isolation camps where you're at right now. This is where all the fun is. Camping, barracks, food vendors, the food trucks outside, the vendors out here. Buy their shit. If you have any questions about ISO camp, I'm sure you figured it out by now. I was asked this question in both other briefs. I'm going to say it now. I will have admins here 24 hours a day, the entire weekend. So if in the middle of the night you're worried about something, you'll find an admin. Keep hitting buttons, Tiny. This is the big overall of the AO. I'm going to go real quick because honestly, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I haven't eaten since breakfast. This is the AO. Most of you guys have been here to look at the prison. If you haven't, go look at the prison, but it closes at 7 o'clock. Do not go to any of the outlying AOs. The reason being is the owner doesn't want you there. So we're not going to be there. This is the prison. This is the farm. These are the duplexes. You see the duplexes are in red? Don't go to my duplexes. Unless, of course, you're staying there. And if you are, you know how nice it really is to have air conditioning, satellite TV, and internet. Think I'm joking? I'm not. They do it right here. This big area of red here, you do not want to go into at all. Hit me the next slide. This is bring a little tighter. Here we are at TTP City. This is the prison. TTP, tactics, training, and career protocols. I don't know. Some freaking army term. They don't know what this means. But you see buildings 24 and 25. I've already had this issue. If it happens one more time, the owner is going to go ballistic. You really don't want him to. He's a former Delta Force Master Sergeant. Nice guy. He really is, but his service dog sergeant has an attitude. But 24 and 25 says FOB Genesis. You're going to see cars parked there that look great because they're great cars. They're their vehicles. Heavy equipment. There's a giant propane tank. Don't go there. Bottom line, I've got orange cones all around it. I've got tape all around it. Don't go there. There's no reason for you to be there. None at all. Next to it is the warehouse. You see the warehouse is in red? That's because you can't go in there. But guess what? You see the outside is wide open. Going around the outside of that building, that's fine because there's another building right there that's in place. It's not us designated. So, you're looking at TTP City. Down here you have the water treatment plant, the incinerator, and the water plant. The buildings are off limits. If you've been there and you notice they're covered in tape, I know because I put it there. Tiny can affirm. He was with me. There's going to be play on the outside areas of those buildings, but not in those buildings. Don't go in those buildings. The more problems you cause me, the easier it is for me to say, guess what? Owner says we've got to close the AO. Goodbye. Talk to them about refunds. You know what they're going to tell you? Refund. Next slide, please. This is the fun part. There are doors here. If you shut them, we'll lock, and the jail cells will lock you in. You guys know Chris? That's Pip. He's the guy who took your money, registered you, handled all your nice questions. A really sweetheart of a guy, right? Really professional, nice guy. Rob, that's me. Call me, I'm going to laugh. Honestly, you guys that know me will tell you I'm going to laugh my ass off at you. But in reality, if you get trapped, Aaron, we don't know, don't call his number. We haven't seen him today. But if you get trapped, call Chris or myself. We'll get you out. If your cell phone does not have service here because you don't have Verizon, I can't help that. But I'm sure if you yell at a teammate, they're going to let us know you're locked in. We're going to do our best to get you out, guys. I can't promise anything. They have not given me the keys to this place. I have to contact their staff, and we'll do our best. So the smartest thing is don't pull the door closed if you think my thought. Slide. All right, restroom smoking on the AO. Bottom line, look, there is none. No, I lied. Gentlemen, you see, I have put smoke buckets at both spots. I have put a bathroom, porta potty at both spots. Guess what? You're men. If you go to the edge of the fence and piss out into the weeds, I ain't gonna care. If you have a girl right behind you, she might. But I'm not. Don't piss or shit in my buildings. It's not funny. It's not funny when a guy tiny size walks in there with a leaf blower and gets covered in piss because it blew back on him. Because then all he's going to do is say, I quit, and then I've got to do it, and guess what? You think Tiny's big and scary? Tiny is.
Tiny.
No. I will put a knife in the back of your skull. I really don't fucking care. Next. AO, this is the farm. We will be playing the farm. See this red spot right here, guys? There's livestock in there. Do not shoot their livestock. Because if the owner calls us up and says, my precious mule got shot and now it's being an asshole, I got to deal with it. Guess what? I'm not here to babysit one of you. None of you are my grandkids. That's right, I'm a grandpa. I'm older than probably everybody in this room except for baby guys. And that's just being honest. But I'm not here to babysit you. I'm here to make sure you have a fun game. Guys that have been at my beta game will tell you, I want you to go shoot the shit out of each other so I can laugh. Next slide. Trailer park. Guess what? We have a trailer park. If you're a fat ass like me, you might be afraid of walking into those trailers. I did it. I walked very lightly through those trailers. But they're in play. Also, right up here, is the kids' playground. Creepiest fucking playground I've ever seen. The weeds are overgrown, the things are rusted, and I did a video riding one of those stupid hobby horses. Yes, sir.
For the trailer park and the farm, are those buildings inside in play?
Yes, they'll be inside in play. The buildings are not empty. Move carefully through there. If you see a giant roll of concertina wire that is about 8 foot wide and about 12 foot high, don't hide behind it. It won't be comfortable. I haven't gotten over there to tape it off yet, but I'm really hoping that you guys have enough common sense that you're not going to roll a concertina wire. If you're from Miami, you might. Next. ISO camp and AO rules. This is very simple. Don't go in areas that have been blocked off or in red or yellow because are red on the map or have red tape. Bottom line, you're not allowed there. Don't go there. Don't shoot any livestock in the farm area. Well, Rob, I was laying in my tent and a possum came up. Shoot the shit out of it. I don't care. That's not livestock. Smoking's on the non-designated area. Bottom line, I don't care where you smoke. I care where you put your butts. Put your butts into the butt cans or in your pocket, into a garbage can. I don't care. The biggest picky, asshole-ish thing the owners have here is they hate cigarette butts. And I hear it after every time we're here. Go ahead, Ty. Eye protection. I don't know why we even put this in here, because if you're stupid enough not to care about your eyes, why should I? Bottom line, full seal. Does that mean Oakley's with the
Helo kit?
Thank you, the Helo kit? Of course, that's full seal. Anything that's full seal around your eyes that a BB can't sneak in there and blind you. If you really want to be blinded, that's on you, but guess what? We catch you on our AO without full seal protection, I'm going to walk you off. These are some unapproved diacros, blah, blah, hit the next slide. These are proof. You guys think I'm moving fast? It's not because I don't want to be in here with you guys. I don't want to take up your time. Quicker I can get safety briefs done, the quicker you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. Blind man, this is my favorite thing in the world. Oh, I'm all fucked up. I'm fucked up. Ah! What the fuck is wrong with you? You want to lose your eyes? No. If you have fogging issues, yell blind man. The AO in your sector is going to stop all play in that sector. We're going to help you get your eye pro straightened out. Most of you are smart enough, and I know this because I've played with a bunch of you. Put your face in your buddy's back, pull your goggles down, take your little rag, say, "I'll put it back on and get back into play." I shouldn't have to get a blind man every 5 minutes. Yes, it is hot. Yes, you do fog in Florida. Yes, there's humidity here. Guess what? It's Florida. Next button. Real world emergency. This is my favorite thing in the world. What constitutes a real world emergency? If you get a boo-boo on your finger, that's not a real world emergency. If you slip and fall and bruise your ass bone, okay. If you break something, that's a real world emergency. If you can't reach an admin on your radio, yell Mississippi, yell it out loud, one of us will hear it. You hear a Mississippi calling. The only reason I use Mississippi is because I hate that state, because nobody in Florida is going there. Scream Mississippi. What's going to happen? Everything's going to stop. You're going to freeze in place. It's not a chance for you to move up on that building you've been stuck trying to get into all day. It's not a chance for you to sneak around the corner and blind fire, or not blind fire, but shoot somebody in the ass. Everything stops until I get them off the field. Guess what? It doesn't take me long. Because I don't want to mess with your playtime. I'm going to come out in the truck. I'm going to pick their ass up, put them in the truck, bring them out to where medical personnel can see them. I'm not going to let, unless it's something where they can't be moved, I'm not going to have medical personnel deal with them in your playtime. All right? Next button. Uniforms, you guys know this. This is Milsim. Don't come out wearing a pink top and black bottoms. If you do, you really didn't want to play Milsim, you're trying to find a date, have fun. Tops and bottoms must match. You cannot wear black hats. Must be green or tan, match. I'll be with you in a second. Gear color doesn't mean a shit to me. We really don't care what kind of gear color you wear. It's your top, your bottom, and your head. Yes, sir.
On both the blind men and the Mississippi, you said take the magazine out and clear.
Bottom line, if we yell Mississippi, if you yell a blind man, you don't want anybody else to get shot. No
Right.
magazine. Just drop your mag. Bottom line, I'm not going to really walk around saying to everybody drop their mag. In a Mississippi, drop your mag, point your gun at the ground, do whatever you got to do, sit down. Take a break for a minute because you know we're going to clear it. And trust me, if you can't hear me when I'm yelling, there's something wrong with you. It's never failed. No one's failed yet to hear me yell it clear, no matter where we play. Any other questions?
I was going to ask, what do you consider a safe weapon? You can't
Bottom line. If you're holding your gun like this, that's not safe.
No.
Give me a low ready or a high ready, just so I don't have to worry about it. Bottom line, next slide. These are unapproved. Yes, these have happened at my game. These are real ones.
I've seen
Next, you might even recognize people in this one you know. These are guys who play Milsim.
Okay.
Very simple. Next. FPS limits. Okay, this really doesn't go on the limits. We chrono with AEGs and gas blowback regular rifles with .2. We chrono HPAs with 3.2s. Does this rule look similar to anybody here? I stole it from AMS. Guess what? It works. Dual creep is exactly the same. Next slide. Rule on reloading. Yeah, this was my fault. I forgot to put it out when Chris and I discussed the rule. Only reload your fob. Reload your mags in your fob. It's that simple. I know a lot of people whine and bitch. Guess what? You see the board over behind Tiny? It's got 4 or 5 words on it. Pure and simple. No whining. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That's all I give a fuck about. Next. Here's your assault weapon. Rifleman, you know your FPS on because you all read the rules, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 400 FPS, we're giving you the 410. Bottom line, we understand that it's almost impossible to be perfect. This is the big one. This is the one that makes people cry. No minimum engagement for riflemen. I don't care if you're 2 feet away, shoot him. You get him dead to rights from behind, shoot him in his ass. Somebody's ignoring, watch your grown kid bounce around. Ah! It really is. I do it all the time. I love shooting people from behind in the ass. Bottom line, you both turn the corner, first one to pull the trigger wins. We do have a courtesy safety kill, which I'll get to in a minute. If you use it, I'm gonna laugh at you. Go on. DMR rules. If you're a DMR, you signed up for it, you know your rules. I don't need to make sure everybody here knows what a DMR is. Do I? Okay, next. Single action sniper rifles have a really restricted rule set. Why? There's only a few of them on the field. In fact, if I remember correctly, we signed up there only like 4 guys. Tiny is doing safety briefing, hold on. You know, you got every weapon. If you're on the lower building of a weapon, please make sure you break the plane. I don't want somebody walking by and taking a bunch of rounds to the side of their hand. You don't want it either. Next. Support weapons. Guess what? You got a 60-foot minimum engagement limit. Why? Because you can shoot 450. Guess what? 60 foot is not that far. Still got to break the plane, all that good stuff, blah, 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 go. I'm not trying to be an ass here, guys. I just really want you guys to get out and have fun. And I got to do damage, too. It's not like that. Heavy weapons. Anybody here heavy weapons specialist? No? Kill it. I don't need it then. Other weapons. Guess what? Anything that's not a DMR, a squad support weapon, or bolt action sniper is a rifle unless it's a handgun. If it's a handgun, it's a pistol. Clear, right? That's pretty easy. Go. Here's my favorite safety kill. Bottom line, you can within 10 feet offer someone a safety kill. That's up to you. That's a courtesy thing. But guess what? They don't have to take it. They can fall on their ass and shoot you. They can spin around a corner and shoot you. They can pretend they're Superman and just start shooting. I'm going to tell you now, I think safety kills are the biggest joke in the world because I never in combat gave anyone, hey, guess what? Safety kill. Sorry, it's not how it works in the real world. And nobody has to take it. So I'm going to tell you the best advice I can give you, and Tiny will tell you, but I tell you this to my own teammates. Take the shot first. There's no argument. Tiny and I hit each other in the hallway and both go, safety kill. There's always an argument. Always. There's no reason for it. Next. Rubber edge weapons. This is my favorite rule to the point of you guys that are skinny, sneaky, and like to slide it behind people and stick a rubber knife on it. You got all the props in the world. You do. I'm going to tell you flat out. If you knife kill somebody, I'm going to applaud you. And they're dead. At that point, it's an automatic dead. There is no medic from a knife kill. You slide to the floor and you bleed out for 5 minutes. Now, after your teammate shoots the guy with the knife, they're all going to make fun of you for 5 minutes. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Guy gets a knife kill on you, give him his props. Don't yell out knife kill, just slide to the floor. You know, if they're sneaky enough to do that, God love them. But I can tell you now, if you're taking 360 degrees, you're doing what you're supposed to do, ain't nobody ever going to knife kill you. Unless, of course, you're in the med search building, and this building where it's really, really dark and scary. I'm joking. It's really fun in that building. Go. Ammo restrictions, 1,500 rounds for riflemen. Squad support can carry up to 3,000 rounds in 2 box mags. 12 rockets, 12 203 shells. You want to carry 300 mags for your pistol? Go right ahead. I really don't. You can carry up to 6 total frags. This is the rule that fucks everybody up. Bottom line, grenade rules are very simple. Go ahead and get the next slide, because I know what's up there. Outside. If a grenade goes off outside and nothing hits you, you're not hit. If a grenade goes off inside and you're in a room with 4 walls that are not 300 feet away from each other, you're hit within 15 feet. In other words, if you're in a cell and you're laying on the bunk being Mr. Sneaky Pete and shooting people as they come up and Kratos throws a flashbang in there, you're dead. But if you're standing up on the catwalk and they throw a flashbang into the door and it's 40 feet in front of you and explodes, you're not dead. You're deaf, but you're not dead. If you have not played here, I'm going to tell you, if you can get your hands on some sort of ear protection, do it. Do it. These things echo like crazy. Next one. Smoke grenades. Red smoke is for staff only. That's so we can improve the game. No explosives open flames. It means that if you have to light it with a lighter or a match, don't throw it. Simple. This is my favorite rule in the world. Who's ever been smoked out inside a building because somebody popped a smoke grenade? Sucks, don't it? Don't do it. I will go fucking ballistic if smoke goes off in one of my buildings and stop the game. I will call Mississippi where everybody has to stop. And I'm going into Ave Maria to the Irish bar. I'm going to have some corned beef, cabbage, probably a couple of beers, try to find a ride back, and then I might start the game again. And you think I'm joking, I'm not. The biggest thing in the world is that stuff is toxic. If you've ever puked orange because somebody smoked you out in the building, you'll know what I'm talking about. Tiny, next one. Approved grenades, you guys all know what they are. I don't know why. Low light, no light operations. Yes, we're playing at night. I don't have NVGs. Not my problem. I would suggest you put clear lenses in. We say you need them, you do. I'm going to tell you now, and people who have been here for the debate will affirm to me. Before we started covering up the big open glass windows that let light filter through into each room, this place was dark. Now, I carry this little, that's my point, but I carry a flashlight in every building I go here. You never know how dark it's going to be. So, and the only thing up there that I forgot was don't aim a laser in somebody's eye like this. It sucks. You don't want to get laser in the eye, it can burn your cornea. Player searches. This one's easy. Everybody likes to cheat on it. Don't. This game is intel driven. Your COs will tell you that. Tomorrow morning during formation, some sneaky little guys wearing orange might walk up and hand you an intel packet. That intel packet will not help your team in any way whatsoever. There is no reason for you to hold on to that intel packet and hold it till I kept my intel till Sunday till we were done. No reason to. That intel doesn't help you at all. In fact, if you get shot and searched and you don't give that intel up, you just hurt the game. Because both sides have things they need to do to make this game flow. So, when you want to search someone, don't tackle them, don't waterboard them, don't pee on their face. Just put your hand on their shoulder and kindly say, search. If you have intel, give it up. If you have intel that we gave you, give it up. If you killed an opposite team's player and you have his intel, you can keep that. Give up the intel that's given to you by a staff member. Kill cards. Everybody's going to have a kill card, either a tan or a green kill card. For me, this is not my rule. I could give a shit less because I don't take trophies and care how many people I shot. If you get killed and somebody comes up and searches you, give them your kill card. Well, Rob, I've got 30 kill cards. No, you've got one kill card. Because if you're a green player and you've got 30 green kill cards, next time, wear tan. Because you're shooting the wrong people. So bottom line, if you've got 300 of the other team's cards, and only one of yours, you get shot, give up your card. The other cards are your trophies to take home, post on YouTube, post on Facebook. Look, I killed 37 tan. Oh, look, I got 40 green. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I try to keep it real. People who know me, I'm very straightforward. That's great. My whole object is you had fun. I don't care if you shoot everybody in this room 40 times this weekend. Have fun doing it. Kill cards, blah, blah, that's what they look like. All that fancy. Okay. Player hits. If a BB hits your gun, are you hit? No. Okay. If a BB hits your dump pouch while you're running away, are you hit? Yes. I guess I don't really need to go into that anymore, do I? What do you say when you're hit?
Hit.
Pull your red rag and do what?
Down.
What's the only other word I should hear out of your mouth? It's that simple. See? You guys got it. I don't even know why I'm doing briefs. Blind fire. Everybody knows what blind fire is, right? Yeah. And how come I see it every game? You can't look down at your sights and shoot somebody? Don't pull the trigger. There's no reason to. This is about honor. This is my favorite thing. The only things that I value in life are a person's word. give me your word, until you prove to me differently I can't trust you, I'm going to take your word for it. That's called honor. There are people here who know me a long time. I'm not any different than I was the day I moved to Florida till I am today. This is who I am. I'm it. I live my life by 3 codes. God, my family, my friends. That's what I believe in. Bottom line, I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if your God is, what's that stupid thing I made fun of that kid that went on Cthulhu? I don't care if your God's a squid. It doesn't bother me at all. That's your choice. Just make sure that you stand up for that squid if you're called on. Honor is what this game is about. It's the reason we don't shoot each other with paint. Medic rules. You guys all read my medic rules, right? So I don't need to read every one of these, do I? Medic rule is very simple. You have an IPAC on your person. It has at least 2 4-foot 8 bandages in it. You get shot, somebody's going to run up and wrap that bandage around you. Does that mean they do 2 wraps and tie a knot? Because we've all done it. If you haven't, you've never played with that IPAC rule, or you're a liar. Bottom line, I've done it. I've done it to Tiny. 2 wraps, tie a knot. Let's go, Tiny. We got people to shoot. Bottom line, Tiny, get the next slide. See, these are wrapped properly. See how they're nice and wrapped and tucked in? That's because these guys played the game the right way. They know how to make. Give me the next one, Tiny. This is what I'm talking about. It's not simulating bandaging them up. Trust me, in a real-world emergency, when I got blown up in 1991, it took them 2.5 hours to disengage me from the tank that I got blown out of. That entire time, they were giving me fluid and wrapping me with bandages. It wasn't they tied a quick knot and drug me out. So, medic rules. This is the only one that I go into. If you get shot, you cannot move. Drop to the ground, your teammates can drag you. If they want to pick you up on their shoulders and carry you to the medic, God love them. This big dumbass gets shot every game and I got to drag him. It sucks, but we do it, don't we?
Still about pussy though, you know?
Right. All right, so we covered all that stuff. Okay, here's the easy thing. Real still. You brought a gun in my AO, put it in your car, lock it up, and don't let me know about it. Drinking and alcohol. It says within the AO. Oh my God, I'm in my tent, I can't have a beer? No, that's not what I said. I said within the AO. When game starts and you're playing, don't have alcohol. You want to drink before then? You're 21 and legal in the United States to drink. I could give a fuck less what you drink. If you give that alcohol to a 15-year-old and he pukes in the ditch where the gators are, guess what? The leather in my boot will have him give me your name real quick. At that point, it's out of my hands. I'm making one phone call. Sheriff's Department, they can deal with it. I don't care. Bottom line, you're old enough to drink. I don't even care if you have minors in your tent drinking. That's your business. Just don't let it affect my AO. Okay? Smoking. We've already gone over smoking, still stripping your butts. Trash. This one's big. And the reason I say that is there are lots of wild animals around here. All BullDog jokers. No, BullDog was closing the gates on the prison last night and had a bull gator 12 feet behind him grunting at him. That is not a good feeling when you turn on the flashlight and hear red eyes that are this far apart looking at you. That's the gators. Forget that. There are bears, coyotes, panthers. All have been seen on this AO by the camera. There's also possums, raccoons, armadillos that carry leprosy. At 9 o'clock, we'll be going around picking up the trash. If after 9 o'clock you have trash that might have some sort of food in or something, double bag it up real good, lock it in your trunk, put it in the garbage can tomorrow. We'll take care of it. You don't want these animals coming to visit you. If you happen to leave ho-hos out in your tent, that animal will come visit you. Field props. Okay, unless you're told by your CO to touch something, don't. Bottom line, as we said, this is an intel player-driven game. Props have a purpose for each team. Your COs will tell you, hey, I came across a purple and pink nightgown. What do we do with it? Bring it back. Your CO may have to wear it. Who knows? You don't know what we wrote into this. Especially for kids. But the easiest thing to do, if you're not supposed to touch it or you're not sure, call your command staff. They will tell you. And if it's not something you need at that point, you may need it later in the game. Mark the location. Don't move it. Well, why can't we move it? That's sensitive for the other team. No, that pisses me off and pisses my admins off, because when I gotta go look for something and it's not where I left it, marked it on the map, I'm gonna get pissed. The only thing to that can happen, the furniture in the rooms, you're welcome to move the furniture. Some of the rooms don't have a lot in it, some have tons. You're welcome to move the furniture. Do not barricade or block my doors. There's a reason for that. You can set it 3 feet back from a door and be just as effective as a barricade as putting it up against the door. These doors have to be able to be open. Bottom line. But you can move the desk, you can, just don't break them into pieces because I'm responsible. Okay? And this is the last thing, or I think the last one close. Have fun. Things can change. This is my one big thing. Do not lay your hand on anybody else. There's no reason. If you're angry and assertive, turn around and walk it off. I have a temper. There are people in this AO that can tell you they've seen my temper go. It's not worth it for any of us. And trust me, if somebody lays hands on somebody here, we're going to throw you off the AO. And we're going to call the sheriff's department and let them come talk to you. Why? Because the owners of the facility say we have to. It's not the way we normally handle it, but that's the way that this facility is run. Anything else at this time? Any questions? Yes, sir.
I noticed out by the camping area,
Uh-huh.
I don't see any, like, anywhere to throw